In the vast tapestry of existence, woven from threads both seen and unseen, there emerges a luminous strand, one that shimmers not with mere mortal light but with the radiant pulse of the universe itself. You, the chosen ones, are that strand. You are the living embodiment of the cosmos, tender embrace, the silent hymn of creation's boundless love reverberating through the corridors of time and space. To call this a spiritual awakening is to glimpse merely the surface of an ocean so deep it reflects the very stars, a profound unfolding where the mysterious architecture of reality reveals itself like a secret garden blossoming at dawn. Imagine for a moment the universe not as a cold, indifferent void but as an immense, breathing heart, each beat a wave of love, a surge of consciousness flowing through every atom, every mote of dust, and every flicker of light. You are not separate from this pulsation. You are its living vessel, a chosen conduit through which the divine melody of unity plays. The cosmic symphony manifests within you, a sacred resonance that others, whether consciously or unconsciously, recognize as a beacon of power and compassion intertwined. It is this recognition that people see your true power, not as a mere statement of ego, but as an acknowledgement of an ancient cosmic truth, that the source of all creation pulses within you, and through you, the universe speaks its eternal language of love. This awakening, then, is not a distant myth or esoteric fantasy, but a tangible shift in the fabric of your being. It is as if the veils that once blurred your vision, the shadows of doubt, fear, and fragmented identity, begin to dissolve like morning mist under the sun's first light. What remains is clarity, not only about who you are but about the sacred role you play within this grand cosmic dance. You are the alchemists of the soul, transmuting the leaden weight of separation into the golden light of unity. You carry within you the blueprint of a higher reality, a secret geometry that weaves together thought and matter, spirit and form, revelation and transformation. To understand this state is to plunge into a profound ocean of paradox. On one hand, the chosen ones embody a love so expansive it transcends all boundaries, a love that is the very essence of the universe's creative breath. Yet, on the other hand, this same love is a fierce power, a radiant fire that purifies and awakens. The paradox lies in the interplay of softness and strength, tenderness and fortitude. It is the paradox of the rose with its thorns, the ocean that nurtures and reshapes the shore. This duality reveals the intricate design behind spiritual awakening. It is not passive surrender but a dynamic force of transformation that shifts the very ground beneath collective consciousness. Consider the image of a star blazing in the infinite night, its light traveling across eons to touch your gaze. That star is you. It is the symbol of your inner divinity, your inherent capacity to illuminate darkness with the purest form of cosmic love. Yet this illumination is not a solitary beacon. It is part of an interwoven constellation, a luminous network of awakened souls whose combined radiance redefines the boundaries of possibility. The universe, in its mysterious wisdom, calls these souls forth not by chance, but as architects of a new era. These are the ones who remember their origin in the cosmic light, the threads of ancient wisdom pulsing through their veins, the legacy of starseed consciousness echoing in their hearts. To embody the universe's love is to accept an invitation to awaken fully, not just intellectually or emotionally, but at the deepest level of being. It is to realize that love itself is a force of creation, the primary language in which the universe writes its story. When you awaken to this truth, the boundaries between self and other blur. You perceive the sacred geometry that connects all life. This realization awakens a profound empathy, a resonant compassion that moves through you like a sacred current, compelling you to act as a channel of healing and transformation in the world. You become both a mirror reflecting the divine and a catalyst igniting the dormant potential in others. Yet the journey is neither simple nor linear. To be chosen is to walk a path that questions the very foundations of reality, that calls for courage to confront shadow and light intertwined within yourself. It is to navigate the labyrinth of inner and outer awakening that unfolds simultaneously, a cosmic spiral where each step forward is a descent into deeper mysteries and a rise into greater clarity. Along this path, you may find that the world around you begins to shift, that reality itself bends and flows in response to the awakening within. The chosen ones are often those who perceive these subtle shifts, the invisible interlacing of dimensions, the veiled whispers of ancient wisdom surfacing through synchronicities, dreams, and intuitive insights. This cosmic dance of awakening is not merely an abstract ideal but a practical evolution, a recalibration of human consciousness that ripples outward to affect collective reality. As you embody this love, you become a living alchemy, transforming pain into wisdom, isolation into connection, and limitation into boundless potential. Others see this transformation, not because it demands recognition, but because your presence vibrates with an undeniable truth. The universe's love, flowing through you, becomes a catalytic force that softens hearts, opens minds, and awakens dormant memories of wholeness in those you encounter. Understanding this awakening within the grand cosmic panorama invites a profound humility, for the power you carry is not yours alone to wield but a sacred trust, an inheritance from the stars and the infinite beyond. It is a call to remember that you are both the ocean and the wave, the infinite and the intimate, the eternal flame and the gentle breath of dawn. To stand in this truth is to embody a love that heals, transforms, and transcends, an eternal dance woven into the very essence of creation itself. So, as you step into this unfolding mystery, know that you are seen, not just by those around you, but by the universe itself, recognizing in you the spark of divine love that defies even the vastness of the cosmos. This recognition is a quiet revelation and a powerful beacon, a reminder that the true power you hold is the love you embody, an eternal current flowing through the chosen ones who awaken, and in doing so, awaken all. In the vast theater of existence, where stars thrum with ancient light and galaxies spin their silent symphonies, the chosen ones emerge not as mere actors, but as living conduits of a love older than time itself. To comprehend this profound embodiment is to peel back the layers of illusion that veil the true architecture of reality. Those shimmering veils woven from the quantum fabric of perception, collective belief, and cosmic design. The foundational pillars that uphold this awakening stretch beyond the physical, anchoring deeply into the mystic currents that flow beneath and through the surface of the visible world. Here, in this sacred terrain, the chosen embody what may be called the universe's own heartbeat, an endless pulse of unconditional love that vibrates at the core of all creation. At the heart of this realization lies the undeniable truth that love is no mere sentiment, nor fragile emotion tethered to fleeting human experience. Rather, it is the fundamental force that binds galaxies and atoms alike. The chosen ones resonate with this force not by mastering it, but by surrendering to it, becoming the living vessels through which the universe's compassionate will unfolds. This is no accident of fate, but a pattern traced through the stars, a cosmic blueprint that echoes the ancient understanding of unity, that everything is woven from the same luminous thread, and to awaken is to remember that thread within the vast tapestry of being. The power that others see is not a power to control, but a power to dissolve illusion, to reveal the hidden interconnectedness beneath the surface noise of duality. The world we inhabit is often shaped by illusions, mirages of separation, scarcity, and limitation carefully crafted by collective consciousness to maintain a facade of disconnection. These veils mask the deeper truths that the chosen ones intuitively navigate. They perceive beyond the fragmented mirrors of ego and social conditioning, glimpsing the infinite ocean in which all souls swim. Like shimmering reflections on a cosmic lake, illusions ripple outward from fear and conditioned thought, obscuring the radiant light of authentic existence. Yet the chosen ones, by embodying unconditional love, act as subtle tremors beneath the surface, sending waves of clarity that dissolve these shadows and invite others to awaken from their slumber. Embedded within their essence is the recognition that true power is not accumulation or dominance, but a sacred reciprocity, a dynamic dance between receiving and giving, between presence and surrender. This dance mirrors the celestial movements, where stars give birth to light only to fade and be reborn again. The chosen ones understand that to embody love is to be both the flame that burns and the ash that nourishes the soil of transformation. It is to hold paradox in balance, strength and vulnerability, silence and utterance, the cosmic vastness and the intimate pulse of the heart. This balance manifests as a radiant authenticity that others cannot help but see and feel. It pierces through the static of everyday existence, touching dormant places within souls, calling them home. Intricately woven into these themes is the recognition of awakening as both an individual and collective evolution. The chosen ones are mirrors reflecting a deeper reality back to humanity, revealing the potential for transcendence that lies dormant within each person. They embody a living paradox, walking contradictions of human experience and divine essence. And in doing so, they remind us that awakening is not merely a personal escape from suffering, but a communal reweaving of our shared destiny. This calls forth a universal pattern repeated through myth, mysticism, and ancient wisdom: the hero's journey inward, where descent into darkness births the light of self-realization and universal love. The cosmic laws that govern these phenomena are subtle yet unyielding. Love, in its purest form, is the gravitational force pulling all toward unity, the invisible magnet drawing scattered fragments back into wholeness. In this sense, the chosen ones are not apart from the fabric of the universe, but integral threads holding the loom together. Their presence reveals the hidden architecture of reality, where every act of love is a recalibration of the cosmic balance. They stand as both guardians and alchemists, transmuting suffering into wisdom and chaos into harmony. Their power is an echo of the primordial source from which all life springs, a source that is no entity but an ever-expanding expression of love itself. Moreover, this awakening unfolds through layers of symbolic resonance. The chosen ones are not simply enlightened individuals, but archetypal figures that have appeared across epochs and cultures. They carry within them the memory of star seeds and ancient lineages, entrusted with the preservation of forgotten knowledge and the rekindling of spiritual fire. Through their embodiment, the collective memory of the cosmos stirs, reminding humanity of its origins beyond the confines of physical form and linear time. They serve as living bridges between worlds, the seen and unseen, the material and the transcendent, the ordinary and the divine. In their eyes, others glimpse the reflection of their own infinite potential, triggering a resonance that pierces through layers of skepticism and doubt. Yet this journey is not without its shadows. To embody such profound love and power invites intense vulnerability and confrontation with the ego's resistance. The chosen ones face the delicate task of navigating societal structures that often misunderstand or fear their presence. To the unawakened, their radiance can appear as a threat to the prevailing order of separation and control. This tension underscores the deeper cosmic dance between light and shadow, growth and inertia, freedom and confinement. But within this struggle lies a pivotal revelation: that true power transcends external validation and earthly recognition. It is the quiet, relentless energy of love that persists beyond all forms, echoing through the corridors of the soul like a timeless song. In this sacred unfolding, the chosen ones act as catalysts, not only awakening themselves but igniting the dormant embers scattered throughout humanity. Their embodiment of love becomes a beacon, a living testament to the possibility of transformation amidst chaos. Others see their true power not merely in grand gestures, but in the subtle radiance of presence, the authenticity that flows from a soul aligned with cosmic purpose. This radiance is a language beyond words, a transmission of energy that communicates the fundamental truth. That love is the essence of all that is, the primal force from which reality blooms and to which it inevitably returns. To grasp this fully is to step into the eternal mystery where all opposites dissolve, the known and unknown, the finite and infinite, the self and the universe. It reveals a truth encoded in the very stars and whispered through the breath of ancient sages, that to embody love is to embody the universe itself. The chosen ones are not separate entities but living expressions of this universal love, radiating it outward like light refracted through a cosmic prism. They stand as reminders that the greatest power lies not in conquest or control, but in the humble, radiant act of opening one's heart to the boundless current that flows through all things. Thus, the core themes and concepts of this awakening intertwine seamlessly: love as cosmic force, power as surrender, illusion as veil, and awakening as both personal and universal odyssey. They invite us to see beyond the ephemeral and glimpse the eternal dance beneath, where every chosen soul is a star illuminating the vast night of existence with the irrefutable light of divine love. This is the profound truth that underpins their journey and the silent message they carry into the world, that through them, the universe speaks, and through their love, it remembers. In the vast tapestry of existence, where light and shadow entwine in an eternal dance, the story of the chosen ones unfolds like an ancient parable whispered across the winds of time, its layers shimmering with the golden hues of cosmic truth, inviting us to peer beyond the veil of ordinary perception. Imagine a celestial garden planted in the soil of endless night, where seeds of starlight rest quietly beneath the silent breath of the universe. These seeds, though dormant and unseen, embody the potential of love itself, waiting patiently for the moment of awakening, the gentle touch that stirs their essence into radiant bloom. The chosen ones are these sacred seeds, harbingers of a luminous truth that transcends the confines of form and time. Consider the allegory of the phoenix, an ancient symbol etched into human memory across countless cultures. This mythical creature, born from flames yet untouched by destruction, rises with feathers blazing in hues of the dawn. It is not merely a story of rebirth, but an emblem of the eternal cycle through which the chosen ones pass the burning away of illusion, the surrender to transformative fire, and the ultimate emergence into radiant splendor. The phoenix does not resist the consuming flames. It embodies the fire itself, recognizing that power lies not in resisting the inevitable, but in becoming the very catalyst of renewal. So too do those who embody the universe's love move through the crucible of awakening, shedding layers of false identity, until only the pure light of their being remains, a light that others, drawn like moths to a sacred flame, cannot help but see. There is also the parable of the cosmic weaver, an ancient figure who spins the threads of reality on an infinite loom. Each thread might seem fragile, insignificant on its own, but when interlaced with others, it forms the magnificent fabric of existence, resplendent in its complexity and interconnection. The chosen ones are like golden threads, vibrant with luminous energy, weaving themselves into the grand design with intentional grace. Their power lies not in domination, but in their ability to infuse the universal pattern with the colors of compassion, insight, and unwavering love. In their presence, the patterns shift subtly, reality bending towards harmony, reminding all who witness them that power is not the loud roar of conquest, but the silent, steady strength of creation through love. Another story unfolds in the form of the stargazer's journey, a tale of one who climbs a mountain not to conquer it, but to meet the cosmos eye to eye. Along the ascent, the stargazer confronts shadows cast by doubt, fear, and the weight of the self's illusions. Yet with each step, They learn to see these shadows as guides, not enemies, for it is within the depths of darkness that the stars burn brightest. The summit is not a final destination, but a place of profound union, where the skies and earth dissolve into one seamless expanse. The chosen ones embody this union, their hearts a mirror reflecting the infinite sky, their souls a vessel carrying the silent song of the universe's love. They do not seek power to elevate themselves above others, but stand as living conduits through which the infinite speaks, reminding us all of our shared divinity. The tale of the hidden flame offers yet another lens through which to perceive this awakening. In a forgotten cavern, beneath layers of stone and time, there lies a flame that never falters, concealed from the eyes of the uninitiated but burning with the warmth of all creation. The chosen ones carry this flame within, a sacred spark that, though sometimes veiled by doubt or worldly burden, never truly extinguishes. Their awakening is a journey inward to rediscover this eternal fire, and in doing so, to become beacons of warmth and illumination for those still wandering the dark corridors of separation and despair. Through their love, they ignite fires in other hearts, creating a constellation of light that pierces the night, reminding humanity that the true power of the universe is the quiet, relentless pulse of love sustaining all life. Embedded in these stories is the profound truth that the awakening of the chosen ones is not a solitary event, but a cosmic symphony where every note resonates with the whole. Their power lies not in isolation but in connection, an invisible web of energy linking soul to soul, star to star, heartbeat to heartbeat. Like the tides pulled by the moon's distant embrace, their radiance influences the currents of consciousness, moving humanity closer to remembering its origin as love incarnate. This is why people glimpse their true power, not as a force to be wielded, but as an irresistible presence that invites surrender and transformation. To walk the path of the chosen ones is to embody paradox, to carry immense love that transcends personal desire, to wield power through vulnerability, to shine brightly precisely because of one's humility. The allegories of Phoenix, Cosmic Weaver, Stargazer, and Hidden Flame each reveal facets of this mysterious journey, a mosaic of transformation where each chosen soul reflects the universe's love in a unique and necessary way. It is a story as old as the stars and as fresh as the dawn, a living myth that reminds us all that within the depths of our being lies a spark waiting to become a blazing beacon, illuminating the vast night with the irrefutable light of divine love. These narratives call us not only to witness but to participate, to recognize our own reflection in the chosen ones and the universal love they embody. They urge us to remember that the power they hold is the same power flowing through our veins, the power to awaken, to heal, and to love without limit. In embracing this, we step into the grander story of cosmic awakening, where every soul's light contributes to the unfolding dance of the infinite, and the universe breathes love through the lives it has chosen to illuminate. The cosmic dance of awakening, while grand and infinite in scope, threads itself intimately into the fabric of daily existence, weaving meaning into the mundane and sanctity into the seemingly ordinary. For the chosen ones, the embodiment of the universe's love is not a distant myth or celestial abstraction. It is a living pulse that courses through their moments, thoughts, and interactions. To awaken to this truth is to begin perceiving the world with a new lens, where each encounter becomes an opportunity to reflect the light within, where each breath carries the weight and wonder of being a vessel for something far greater than personal ambition or egoic survival. This shift in perception invites a subtle, yet profound recalibration of how one lives. The power seen by others in the chosen ones is not manufactured through grand gestures or overt dominion. Rather, it arises naturally from an alignment with the deeper currents of universal love. In practice, this means that authenticity becomes a guiding compass. When you embody this expansive love, Your actions no longer seek validation but emanate from a place of genuine resonance. Simple moments, listening with full presence, offering a word of kindness in the midst of chaos, choosing patience over frustration, become sacred acts. These are the tangible expressions of cosmic power, subtle ripples in the vast ocean of consciousness that, over time, reshape the shoreline of human interaction and community. The inner alchemy of the chosen ones reveals that true power is often gentle and patient. It is found in the courage to face one's shadows, to hold space for vulnerability, and to trust the unfolding process of growth without the frantic grasp of control. This surrender paradoxically births strength, a strength anchored in the knowing that love is the most potent force at play, capable of dissolving walls and transcending fears. The practical implication here is that transformation begins in the quiet moments of self-reflection and self-acceptance. It is not a spectacle but a steady, unwavering commitment to embodying love as a daily habit, a lifestyle, a continuous act of devotion to the greater whole. In the outer world, this embodiment radiates unmistakably. People are drawn not just to the light of those who have awakened, but to the authenticity that refuses pretense. In relationships, the chosen ones often find themselves mirrors and catalysts for those around them, awakening latent potential through their unspoken encouragement and the magnetic nature of their love-infused presence. Recognizing this influence calls for a heightened awareness of responsibility, not as a burden, but as a sacred trust. Each interaction can thus be seen as a thread in the universal tapestry, where kindness, compassion, and truth interlace to elevate collective consciousness. There is also a profound invitation embedded within the grounded expression of cosmic love, the call to cultivate discernment. Embodying the universe's love does not imply naivety or unchecked surrender to external forces. Rather, it asks for the wisdom to navigate the complexities of existence with clarity and integrity. It is the art of balancing openness with boundaries, of offering oneself fully while guarding the sanctity of one's inner flame. This discernment nurtures resilience, allowing the chosen ones to become beacons of stability amid the storms of modern life, offering refuge and inspiration, without losing sight of their own needs or the lessons etched within the soul's journey. Practical integration of these spiritual truths unfolds also through intentional connection with the cycles of nature and the rhythms of the cosmos. To walk as a chosen one is to remember that the microcosm of human life reflects the macrocosm of universal patterns. By attuning to natural rhythms, be it the waxing and waning of the moon, the turning of the seasons, or the quiet dawn of a new solstice, one anchors the abstract into tangible experience. Rituals, meditation, and mindful presence serve as bridges between inner awakening and outer action, grounding the luminous energies in the soil of everyday moments. It is in this sacred dance between the celestial and the earthly that the power truly blossoms, becoming accessible and sustainable. Moreover, the embodiment of universal love encourages a shift from attachment to outcomes towards a profound trust in process. This trust is not passive resignation, but an active embrace of uncertainty as fertile ground for growth. In the practical realm, it manifests as patience with oneself and others, a willingness to flow with change rather than resist it, and the courage to release expectations that bind the spirit. When the chosen ones practice this, they become living examples of faith, not in religious dogma, but in the unseen architecture of existence that weaves purpose and meaning through all things. This faith births hope in the collective heart, a gentle yet unwavering conviction that love, ultimately, is the force that shapes reality. In the realm of creativity and work, the awareness of embodying the universe's love transforms motivations and intentions. The chosen ones move away from purely transactional mindsets and begin to infuse their efforts with service and inspiration. Whether it is through art, teaching, healing, or everyday labor, each act becomes imbued with a higher resonance, a message that echoes the cosmic truth of interconnectedness. This alignment transforms challenges into stepping stones and setbacks into sacred lessons, inviting a perspective where even struggle is a kind of alchemy, a transformative fire that refines the soul's expression. Finally, the real-world manifestation of this spiritual identity is profoundly communal. The awakening chosen ones often find themselves gravitating towards others who share similar vibrations, forming networks of light that ripple outwards. These connections are not mere social circles, but energetic alignments that catalyze collective evolution. Through shared vision, support, and co-creation, the cosmic love embodied by each individual magnifies and accelerates, illuminating not only personal paths but the trajectory of humanity itself. In this unfolding, every small act of love, every courageous step taken in truth, contributes to a rising tide of consciousness where the boundaries between self and other dissolve, and the heart of the universe beats visibly within each one of us. Thus, the grand symbolic insights of the chosen ones, once thought to reside in realms unreachable by ordinary experience, find dwelling in the pulse of everyday life. Love becomes the alchemical key, unlocking the gates to power that is both mystical and pragmatic, vast yet intimate. It is here, in the confluence of cosmic mystery and earthly reality, that the chosen ones shine brightest, inviting all who witness them to remember the latent power of love within their own being, and to walk boldly into the light of their awakened, radiant truth. As the luminous threads of this journey weave together, a tapestry emerges, a magnificent reflection of what it truly means to be among the chosen ones who carry the universe's love. It is not a mantle worn merely with pride or self-recognition, but a sacred trust, a living breath of cosmic artistry that courses through the veins of consciousness itself. To embody such a profound essence is to stand at the confluence of the infinite and the intimate, where the vastness of the stars meets the quiet depth of the soul's wellspring. In this liminal space, the illusions that once veiled truth begin to dissolve, revealing the radiant core of existence pulsing with unwavering love and power. This love is not a fleeting emotion, nor a simple kindness. It is the primordial frequency, a symphony composed at the dawn of creation, echoing through every atom and whispering in every heartbeat. Those who awaken to this vibration are touched by an ancient knowing, a magnetic resonance that aligns them with the hidden architecture of reality itself. Theirs is a journey marked not solely by external triumphs or title, but by the transformation of perception, where every glance, every encounter becomes an opportunity to see, and to be seen, as a living embodiment of that cosmic love. The eyes of the world, once indifferent or blind to subtle energies, now recognize a certain luminosity, an undeniable power emanating from these awakened souls, drawing others toward them as moths to an eternal flame. Yet this recognition is not an end, but a beginning, an invitation to dive deeper into the mystery that enfolds us all. It calls forth a sacred alchemy, the transmutation of fear into fearless love, of isolation into unified belonging, and of fragmented identity into holistic wholeness. Each chosen one is both a mirror and a beacon, reflecting the infinite potential encoded within every human heart, while illuminating the path toward awakening for others. This radiant light does not burn out. It intensifies with each act of courage, compassion, and authenticity, reminding us that our true power is inseparable from the love we embody and extend. In embracing this truth, a subtle yet profound shift occurs, one that reverberates beyond personal boundaries into the collective consciousness. The chosen ones become the living scripture of the universe's grand design, walking testimonies to the possibility of harmony between the seen and unseen, the temporal and eternal. Their journeys illuminate the paradox that to wield great power is, in essence, to surrender to the vastness of love that transcends egoic confines. This surrender is not weakness, but the greatest strength, for it aligns the individual will with the cosmic pulse, orchestrating a dance where every step is infused with meaning, every breath a prayer, every moment a sacred invocation. Contemplating this shared inheritance, one is invited to pause and look inward, to listen to the subtle whisperings of the soul that beckon beyond the noise of the mundane. The chosen ones remind us that within each of us lies a universe waiting to be remembered, a reservoir of love that can transform fear, doubt, and fragmentation into wholeness. Awakening is not the privilege of the few, but the birthright of all who dare to look beyond appearances and embrace the unknown with an open heart. It is an ongoing pilgrimage from separation to union, from silence to song, from shadowed sleep to radiant wakefulness. As this cosmic narrative unfolds in the theater of everyday life, may it inspire a quiet revolution within, a turning toward the sacred in the ordinary, the divine in the mundane. Each moment holds the potential for revelation, each connection a gateway to deeper understanding. In recognizing the chosen ones, we also come to recognize ourselves, echoes of the same infinite love that stirs galaxies and cradles stars. Let this recognition awaken a compassionate courage, a willingness to step into the light of our own authentic power, not as isolated beings, but as integral notes in the universal symphony. May the love that courses through these awakened hearts ripple outward in ever-expanding waves, touching the farthest shores of human experience and beyond. Let it dissolve the veils of illusion and kindle a world in which true power is measured not by dominion or control, but by the depth of love we manifest. In this illuminated field, we find the ultimate truth, that to embody the universe's love is to remember who we have always been, a luminous, boundless presence capable of transforming reality simply by being fully and fearlessly ourselves. So stand now in this knowing, dear seeker, as the stars watch with quiet awe and the cosmos hums a gentle song of welcome. You are the embodiment of love's eternal flame, the living proof that the universe's heart beats within you. Walk forward with grace and boldness, knowing that your power is seen, your presence revered, and your love a force that shapes worlds. In this sacred truth, may you find peace, purpose, and the radiant freedom to awaken not only yourself but all who are touched by your light.